What is going on, guys? Dig here, and today's video is going to be the correct map tier list for Call of Duty Zombies. We're going to include Treyarch and non-Treyarch maps as well. The listing is going to be from the S tier down to A, B, C, D, and F. Those are the only tier lists that we're going to be using. Other than that, let's get into it. What we should establish is what's considered S and what's considered F. It's going to be biased more towards Easter eggs, because I love Easter eggs. This is like the main thing about me is Easter eggs. I will be more lenient on some high rounds because I know some maps about high rounds, but I'm not really well tri-versed in it. And I know a little bit about speedrunning, but not like super tri-versed. So an F tier, was there's some maps that are just useless or pointless, like Bus Depot, Farm, especially Farm and Bus Depot. There's no perks besides Quick Revive. Farm has a little bit, but there's no pack lunch, so it's like no replayability there. I'm gonna put MWZ just because I didn't really play it that much. I can't really have an opinion on it. Dead Arps Arcade, we're gonna put up here so I don't have to like move it later because I'm not really gonna count those. Those could be down there. They're not F tier. They're just gonna be there so I can clear the board. But an S tier map, obviously a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. Bandwagon, where is it at? Horizon Drag, like that's an S tier map. We can say that, and like we'll say Horizon Drag's like a pinnacle S tier, and then like ones that have no replayability would be F. So Knock, very first map, right? It's what started Zombies. Very long, very tedious for high rounds. Like nobody ever really attempts it. It's a good map to hop on with the friends when you guys haven't played Zombies in a while. I'll give it to C. The only reason why I won't put it in the D category is because it's the first map. I'll give it a little bit of a bias there. Verruck, I think it's fair to put it at a B because it's actually a map that's regarded as a hard map to high round. And I'm not talking about BO3 version. We're talking about World at War version. It's like an actually considered a hard map. I think, at least in my eyes, I've never really looked it up, but it's a hard map. Shimanuma, it's easy to high round. There's no challenge there. If you're unaware, Shimanuma only spawns in 25 zombies per round. So as soon as you take out all 25 zombies, you're on to the next round. So you can get extremely high rounds on there very easily. Darius, it really established in what Zombies is with the basics of pack lunch, Bowie knife. Like I know the perks came during Verruck, but obviously got teleportation. There's a lot of innovation when it came to Darius. I could put it at B tier. Very fun to high round. Kino will be bumped to B. This is only one map that I would do based off of nostalgic besides one other map, because Kino has a lot of place for a lot of people's heart, and it's pretty fun to high round. There's no main quest, sadly, but it is a fun map to high round. 5, very rare that you'll see somebody high round this, and if they are, they're very highly skilled player. Shout out to Brady, but super good at high rounding this map. I always love watching him play it. But other than that, you could expand on it and just say it's basically Verruck map with hack a bunch with a crappier wonder weapon. I put it down to C tier because I see it as like Verruck, hard map to high round, very skillful player gap as a high rounder, but it really lacks in a wonder weapon, and it doesn't have a main quest Easter egg either. And you also have the Pentagon Thief, which I don't think he's that hard to take out, if I remember correctly. Ascension, it's really hard to be on a offense with B and C because Easter egg, first map to have a main quest Easter egg, but it's just a multiplayer map. It has the Thunder Gun. It's just a reused asset Thunder Gun for Kino Toten, but it has the Gershes. And Kino's only here because of nostalgic. This doesn't have really a nostalgic feel to it, but it is regarded as like one of the well-rounded map for high rounding. I think I'm gonna have to bump it to C and put Kino to C, only because I had it as nostalgic, but Ascension is a better map than Kino for sure. Call of the Dead, special place, like I said. First map I've ever played in Zombies. I feel like an A tier. Just recently beaten round 100 on it. It was just recently beaten like 2024, and I think at the end of 2024 or early 2025. The longest time thought it was impossible because of due to the limits of mechanical failure or game crashing. But amazing cast, terrible wonder weapons, not a terrible Easter egg. You can do it solo and co-op. It's the only Easter egg on BO1 that you can do solo. All the other ones require 4 players, which sucks. Shangri-La, I want to put it at B tier because it's very fun and challenging to high round. At the same time, I like the puzzle style. It is a 4-player Easter egg, but I do like the puzzle style when it comes to the Easter egg in this map. I like the way the map is. Like, it's very beautiful map. A better beautiful map than, I want to say, all the maps that we've listed so far, besides like Horizon Track, and I would say it's pretty close, but Horizon Track was just an automatic S tier at top. Moon Transit. So I'm gonna have to put this in a C. Terrible, like Augie said, for getting pack-a-punch unlock on solo. You got the Denizens, you got the Fog. Just a horrendous map, Triverse. Transit, I liked what it was trying to do, push the boundaries for Zombies. I'll be honest, it's a C tier map. Pack-a-punch is terrible to get to. Jet gun breaks immediately unless you're doing Gavel Knuckles. Gavel Knuckles high rounds, swapping your weapons, and meleeing makes the crash even quicker on high rounds. So very hard high entry to get to a high round too. I don't know what the record is, but I know it's like decently low. Nothing insane because it's hard. Town, I'm gonna put it in a B only because of how much replayability it has. It doesn't have an Easter egg, but it's like like the only survival map that will go down in history of like people's nostalgic memory of playing it so much because yes, it's a free map, but people have a lot of good memories of this map. Nuketown, I back in the past would have put this in the D tier or F tier because I absolutely hated this map because it was so small. The perk take too long to spawn in, but I will only put it in a D tier because I don't know why, but I've come around in this map recently, not because of Paradox. It was like 2 years ago. I don't know. It's just something about the map. Put it at D tier. It's definitely not any higher than any of these other ones. Die Rise. Now this one's kind of like controversial because for a while I hated this map for a long time. It wasn't until recently I started liking this map. I think it's a super underrated map. I give it an A tier, honestly. I like the idea of the verticality. You don't see that as often in zombies at all. It's very rarely you see that. Wonder weapon, you build it. It's super strong. Shoot a high rounds. Easter eggs pretty cool. Very interesting. It's better than majority of the BO2 Easter eggs. If I had to think about it, I think it probably has the best Easter egg out of all of them. And you may say Origins, but Origins is literally a fetch quest. We'll get into Origins. Mob of the Dead. I would definitely put Mob of the Dead in A tier as well. The Easter egg is definitely lacking, but the story that they presented with the characters, the idea of the Easter egg being an infinite loop and breaking the cycle is really cool. It's hard to compete with the Mob of the Dead being an actual like map, like an actual place in real life and the whole mobster feel. You get that same feeling for like Shadows. Like it has that essence and aura that it rarely feel in a map. Same with Mob of the Dead, Shadows Evil, and like Zombies Spaceland. Those like maps have a certain essence to it that like the absolute best vibes. Buried, it could be a B tier map. Easter eggs extremely easy. You could get the Easter egg down very early on if you're using Bang. Nice puzzle, like great wonder weapon. Oh man, wonder weapon though. You got the Mark II first introduced, the Paralyzer. You can fly around the map. You can traverse the map really well. This is crazy to me saying this because I want to bump it up to A because I'm a huge non-fan of Black Ops 2. But maybe I'm secretly in the closet on this one. Maybe I do like BO2 a lot more than I think. So I always say like I like BO1 more, but based on these tier lists of it, it seems like I like BO2 more. I'd have to get buried because like it added so much different than from my other maps on BO2. Like you have the chalk, you get the Paralyzer, you can fly, you can use Leroy for many things. There's so much different things that were added that we never even saw like in any other map just randomly. Origins, I mean, I'm on the fence at S or A just because like it has wonder weapons. It has 4 wonder weapons, but that shouldn't be the defining factor of making a map like S tier level that has 4 wonder weapons. It comes down to high rounding. High rounding is extremely easy. This map, not really any challenge, and the Easter egg is extremely easy. First time that we got a cutscene for an Easter egg after completing it, but it doesn't have a boss fight. Giant robots, super insane. If there was something in between A and S, this was where this would go. I put it on S. I know y'all come for me in the comments if I put it in A. It's just the Easter egg. The Easter egg irritates the hell out of me because it's just a fetch quest until you get all the staffs done, put inside the robots, and it's like 3 steps on actual Easter egg steps, and then you're done. Like that's what irritates me. It's just upgrading the staffs. Shadows Evil, S tier because it's my favorite map. Number 1, no argument. The Giant, it's just literally Derice. It's just a Derice. So wherever I put Derice, there you go. Zets, I like more than Garage Proby. There's so much with Zets. Like Zets and Buried, you could put neck and neck with each other of like so many things that were added. The plant system added so much to that map. You get a free perk, you clone yourself, free Widow's Wine, mini spider boss, the webs, the swimming. There's so much added to Zets that I don't think it gets enough love and compliments for. Garage Proby, I'm gonna want to say I want to put it less than Zets. I say Zets is better than Grow Rod, but I'll put it in A just because it's so hard to take any BO3 map and put it in a B tier. Besides Revelations, I can't stand RNG Easter eggs. Don't ever make an RNG Easter egg, especially something I gotta get out of the box. If I can't build it and it's inside the box, I'm automatically gonna despise that Easter egg. Garage will be top because I think it was the first time that I actually did an Easter egg prior to any other zombie map that I actually genuinely felt scared doing. Like that bomb step would have had my heart racing and sweating as a kid. And then just dragons being added. The first time we had dragons. There were so many like things you could do to upgrade too. You got the shield upgrade, you got the tactical that you could upgrade and get. Your gauntlet. There was so much to this map. I think Zets had more to offer, but there was a lot to grab as well. Voyage. Dude. If we're in BO4. Damn. So I love BO4. Voyage. What do I say, man? What do I say? I don't want to. I wouldn't put it in A tier. Water weapon's pretty weak. Easter egg isn't bad. I like the suns and the, like the stars, like the planets stuff. The clock step is really tedious and annoying one, but once you're done with that, it's like smooth sailing after that. It's not a lot of redeeming qualities compared to other BO4 maps. Like I'll keep it a B. 9 is a B map. Like I could, you know what? I'll put it in a C. Now hear me out. I'm putting 9 in C because a lot of people love it. That's only because it was considered, in my opinion, deemed as the pleb map or like the noob map. Like anybody that wasn't really good at zombies played 9 in my opinion because it was an easy map to get into. Voyage had a very high difficulty. Blood had a high difficulty for the Easter egg. Same with Classified. So you gotta get around 150. That was like the easiest map for anybody. But in general, Easter egg very buggy. Till this day, there's still plenty of bugs in that will ruin your run completely. You have the annoying tigers. The tigers, small thing, but I didn't really like the tigers. They're really annoying. But my main gripe with it is the Easter egg. The Easter egg is literally a round simulator. You complete the first step, go through 3 rounds. Complete the next step, go through 3 rounds. Complete the next step, go through 3 rounds. Next step, go through 3 rounds. Like, it's literally a round simulator, and it's the most obnoxious Easter egg for BO4, I would say. It's probably my least favorite Easter egg to do on BO4 because I'm just sitting there bored out of my mind. So I'm just doing round. That's why I don't really think it's a B tier or A tier map. Blood. So now when Blood came out, a lot of people were hating on Blood because there wasn't mob. I wanted a mob remaster. I absolutely despise this map when it first came out. I consider it better than Mob of the Dead. I like it more than Mob of the Dead, but I don't know if it deserves to be up in an S tier. Had a great wonder weapon. Easter egg was too long, far too long. I think the Easter egg would have been better if they got rid of the Simon Says step, or at least cut the Simon Says step in half. It is far too long, far too tedious. I cannot stand doing that step. I always pray that I get it last because I'm just like, I just don't want to deal with it. Very challenging. My first time completing it solo, I think it took me 3 hours and a half. Complete solo. Now averagely it's like an hour, maybe hour and 20 minutes I do it. I'm gonna put it at A tier, not S tier. It has great wonder weapon. The Magnum Gat carries, but it's the letdown. It's the letdown for the boss fight because you do all this long of an Easter egg. You go to the boss fight, easiest thing in the world. The saddest cutscene. I absolutely love the cutscene, but easiest boss fight in the world, man. That's what pisses me off. Is like you spend this like longevity of an Easter egg just to go to a boss fight that's just a cakewalk. Classified, dude. The Classified, amazing theme, almost to the level of Shadows Evil music and vibe and theme. Definitely an upgrade from 5. I don't know who came up with the idea of around 150 Easter egg. That's ridiculous. I think they did it personally to try to get people that did high rounds into Easter eggs, like a level entry idea, or people that do Easter eggs to get into high rounds. That's my opinion. I think that's why they did it. Wonder weapon was... I don't remember if it was an upgrade from 5, but I definitely put it as C. I definitely put it as C. Where's 5 at? 5, they're like the same map, but had a better vibe. I would say it had a better vibe than 5. Dead of the Night, super underrated. Super underrated. The only thing that I have a gripe with it is the tally mark set. I just did Dead of the Night again today. And keep in mind, this is somebody that has all the Easter eggs for every zombie map ever released, 60 maps memorized. And like Dead of the Night, like it feels so dragged out. If the tally mark set did not exist in this map, I think I would put it in an S tier map because it would flow a lot better. It feel a lot smoother. I don't mind the 2 upgrades for the wonder weapon and collecting those items because like you collect them as you go. Like it's not like a go out of your way to try to get these items. So I feel like it has a good flow. Would be an S tier if the tally mark step did not exist. Put it in an A tier. The atmosphere is amazing. The werewolf style, the year that it takes place, amazing. Like feel this Easter egg, man, gets me sometimes. Gets me blood boil. Ancient Evil S tier. Ancient Evil is a really good map. The design and the location, the wonder weapons. The wonder weapons, I think they fall off early for high rounds, but we're sticking with the Easter egg. Pegasus, really great map. S tier map. Again, 3 map with 4 wonder weapon styles. It's hard to compete. 4 wonder weapons didn't feel as long because the Easter egg steps only required you to upgrade 3 of the wonder weapons, and they were just as long as Citadel. Like it took just as long to upgrade them as it would Citadel, maybe even faster because you didn't have to wait for a stamp zombie to spawn in order to get the swords to upgrade it. So I feel like Ancient Evil was a lot better, like flow wise compared to Origins. Like Origins is a lot slower. I feel like I could beat Ancient Evil faster than I could beat Origins just based off of the wonder weapons being quicker to be able to upgrade. Alpha Mega, oh, I would put it at A, but the Easter egg's really short. Wonder weapons, there's 4 of them. It's the regular Mark 2s, but I don't ever touch them because it's pointless because I don't need to do them from the Easter egg and they're pointless upgrades. Like this could easily be, I'm gonna put it at B and I put it above 9 only because 9 is a round based simulator. Can't stand it, but Alpha's fun to do because it's a fast map. It's the fastest map you do on BO4, but I wouldn't put it at A tier because it's just Nuketown. Like Paradox Junction's a better Nuketown in my opinion. Hag, oh my god, like Hag I can't stand because the Easter egg's just so long. It almost feels like Revelations where it's like so random. It feels so out of order, like what's going on. Like I get like they're talking, it's like we gotta get power, we gotta get Garden device, we gotta fill it up. It drags out way too much. If they got rid of the challenge podium step and you didn't have to do the challenge podium step, I think it would have been a better flow of a map. Terrible and good wonder weapons. It had the Thunder Gun and it had the Thunder Gun. Thunder Gun wasn't bad if you had the PhD slider, but the Wonder Waff, you had to use it for the Easter egg. Terrible weapon. And it's not the Wonder Waff, it's the Sniper Wonder Waff. I forget what it's called, but I would have to put it at a C tier. Amazing ending cutscene and everything, but my god, does this Easter egg just stretch forever. And the boss fight sucks. Not even a boss fight. And then they ruined the cutscene too as well, to making the cartoon style. Like that's another thing about BO4, but I would keep it at a C tier, honestly. D Machine, okay, my opinion about Cold War, you guys are gonna hate me for the people that love Cold War. I was not a big fan of Cold War. I didn't even really play it through its life cycle. I was super against the whole modern system though. But also at the time, I was in basic training at the time too. So yes, it's my fault I never got got into it, but at the same time, I wasn't able to because I was in basic training the whole time. And then when I got out of tech school, I think was at the end of Cold War, so I never got into it. I was just playing Apex heavily at the time. D Machine as a whole. That's another reason why I didn't get into Cold War, was because when I saw D Machine, I'm like, another BO4 incident where we're gonna get remastered maps or reimagined map from freaking Treyarch because it's not their tone. It's like literally that score streaks. I'm like, this is gonna piss me off. I don't want to even play this. But I want to say A tier because you have the 4 Wonder Weapon variants, but I don't feel like they play a big part in the like the map. You don't really feel like the connection you do with Ancient Evil, Origins, to Rise and Drag. Maybe because like it's just changing the element. It's not really changing the style of the Wonder Weapon. Maybe it slightly changes it, but we'll put it at B tier. Fun high round map. I've seen people high round it like crazy because it's easy. We'll keep it a B. That's like saying that tags. Yeah, I would say it's better than tag and 9, honestly. Let me see. Firebase Z. So I recently made a guide. Like I have guides for all these maps, even Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, and WAW-2, which I will add them to this list too as well because they need to be added. But Firebase Z, I would definitely put it as C tier map. Like you can learn the mimic step very easily. The Ray K feels underrated. Doesn't feel strong at all. Boss fight's way too easy. Easter egg, I feel like it's a good Easter egg. If there was no survival rounds, like the rounds you have to like defend, those are so annoying. So and once you get to round where the order spawns in, good luck defending that. I've tried so many times, so you can't defend that. I definitely put it as C tier, maybe D tier. Honestly, like Nuketown's looking a little lonely. I'm gonna put it at D tier. Outbreak, oh dude, I was a #1 hater for Outbreak when it came out. I've done the Easter eggs multiple times. They don't fancy me. I'm gonna put D. Where's the other Outbreak? Both Outbreaks D. Like a lot of people have nostalgic and you love it, whatever. I think you just love it because it was during COVID, it was during a lockdown, so we were on with your friends a lot. It's just boring. DMZ, you know what? DMZ is better. Here, Outbreak F. DMZ is better only because there's a lot more replayability with DMZ, MWZ than there is for C tier. And I can't really hate on MWZ because I only stopped playing after season 1. And I know a lot of unks out there really love DMZ. Like that's their #1 favorite thing. And I'm sure it's up in B tier for them, but I'm a round-based person. I'm not DMZ style. I do like the direction they were going with it though. Mauer! I love Mauer. All right, you know what? That's an A tier map. Come on. Mauer, the Wonder Weapon, the different variants you can change your weapon into. Absolutely love that idea. Easter egg didn't felt too long. Boss fight felt a little bit challenging for once in Cold War's life. I like the idea of the Berlin Wall. Some negatives about the map. Klaus steps, upgrading him feels a little tedious, but it doesn't take too long. The side Easter egg from Mr. Peaks, this is where kind of a sad thing is, like you're not guaranteed actual good loot. You have to guess 1 out of the 3. Other than that, it's a good A tier map. Like I would almost put it in between A and B if I had to. A B, I put it at B plus if a B plus was there, but we'll keep it at A tier because I do like the Wonder Weapon variants. Forsaken, a lot of people love this map for the axe, but oh my god, is the Easter egg boring. It is so boring. Like it went from nice, cool, good Easter eggs, and then they just gave up on this map. They're like, yeah, get the crystal axe, collect 3 crystals from Abominations, boss fight. Like, oh, okay. Do I put it? Nah, I don't think it deserves B tier. Maybe C tier. We'll put it C. Not a lot going on with this map. I think it got too much love because I don't know if people, do you guys like this map? I don't know if you guys like this map. I don't like it. It's boring. Not like saving qualities is crystal axe. Cool perkaholic Easter egg. Check out my Easter egg guide. I show you how to do that in my Easter egg guide. Super easy to do, but not worth it. They're on fame. What can I say? Yo, what were they thinking, bro? What were they thinking when they made Vanguard? Like, what is this crapshoot? I made guides for Vanguard recently too, a few weeks ago. How you gonna tell me you made an easier Easter egg than the Giant? Dude, don't even get me started. Like, you can go back and play this map right now. But when this map came out, no main quest Easter egg, even though it's not really one in this map. No pack-a-punch camo. No Wonder Weapon. It was so bare bones. It wasn't even round-based too. It was just like these challenges. You clear their area. It was, and you upgrade your perk. It was so weird. It should not have existed at all. Yeah, F. Terra Maledicta. Interesting map to say. Making this guide, again, same level of Easter egg as Daron Fang. You're just literally opening the map, listening to 3 stones, and then doing a boss fight. I wanted to say F tier, bro. The map was pointless. These maps are pointless. Shouldn't exist. Like, Moon is a better map than these two. That says a lot for me. Shima Numa Vanguard. Yo, this was a good map. I actually like the heck out of this map. I think the additional dig site on the side, like, boss fight was a little underwhelming, but the steps were too bad. I liked it. It was a chill vibe. I definitely put it in a B tier. It was a good map. I like it. Archon is literally Terra Melodica with a green filter on, but actual Easter egg steps. but they weren't that great. The boss fight was kind of cool, but boring. It's very easy to beat. I would put it as C tier. I'd definitely get it as C tier. Love the boss fight design. Looks cool and all, but the boss fight was pretty easy. Terminus. Bro, Terminus had so much love when it came out because we hadn't had a good Call of Duty Zombies in a minute. Like, to a level of them listening to us. We were getting Gobblegums back, things coming back from Cold War. I felt like they did a lot of good changes that I didn't like about Cold War that they were introducing in BO6. And it had so much hype. There was so much like love. It felt like a BO3 launch. Or like BO4 had that same launch feeling, but quickly died out after the blue screens and the amount of maps and how long the Easter eggs were. It died out. Terminus is a good map. It's a World at War multiplayer map, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know that. Wonder Weapon's cool and unique. I really like the design. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but it's like one of those things that you look at, you're like, yeah, I love this. I really like the design of it. Super underrated Wonder Weapon. Boss fight's really fun. Easter egg, little boring in my opinion. Just feels like a fetch quest for Modi. Yeah, I'll give it a B tier. Maybe A. Would I put an A? The Easter egg is a little underwhelming. Boss fight's fun. It's not a hard boss fight. It's a cool design. Traversing through water, I would give it a B. I'll give it, an A. I'll give it an A. The one thing I think it lacks, and what I was saying about BO6 a lot, BO7 did a lot of better job with this texture and quantity of destruction around the map. It was very clean. It was a very clean map. There wasn't a lot of destruction, and I was expecting a lot more grime, dirt, boards, randomness around the map. It was very clutterless. That's what a lot of BO6 maps lack, was clutter. They did a lot better job for BO7. Liberty Falls, B. Jet gun, a lot better, stronger. Easter egg was 30 minutes, not too bad. You know, the giant's up there. It's like a little bit better than the giant. Great map for freaking camo grinding. A lot of people were hating on it when it was first coming out, but I was super excited. I was like, finally a sunny map. We rarely get sunny maps. I love sunny maps. Even though I'm pale as white as B, like I don't obviously go outside that often. I love zombie maps that are bright because it keeps me awake, and I love the feel of that. And it was such a fun map to camo grind. I could always come back to it and always just repeat. Blanchard always talked to us. Citadel was exciting and disappointing because they, in my opinion, for the trailers and the way they were talking about it in the devs talk, was like super hype in a sense of this is a huge castle. There's so much to explore. And then you open the first few doors, you're like, there's nothing in this castle. What do you mean? We're barely in the front half. That's like the biggest gripe with this. And then you also have the Wonder Weapons, which for me, it's grown on me. At the time, I really hated how easy they were to upgrade. But if you think back, it's like almost like Ancient Evil style. Where it's easy, but it's not the main part of the Easter egg. Well, like once you were done with the Easter egg. I'd probably put it, the boss fight's really cool. Boss fight's really sick. I do like the boss fight, but it was very underwhelming for what I expected it to be. I feel like there's a lot more exploration when it comes to Dreisendracht Castle than this map. This map feels a lot smaller than Dreisendracht. There's not much to it. And you barely go to the Undercroft bottom area, like unless you're doing the void step and doing that wall step, but you can skip that wall step. I'll leave it at A, like maybe B tier, but I had the 4 Wonder Weapons. I don't think it's S tier worthy in my opinion. All right, moving on. Shatter Veil. Yeah, if we want to talk about Tomb, hated Tomb. I think it gets a lot more love than it deserves, only because it's easy to high round. I feel like the biggest voices in the COD community people are people that are really bad at high rounding, and they will glaze the crap out of a map if it's easy to high round. I don't give respect to maps that are easy, only the ones that are hard and challenging. I wouldn't say that when it comes to a hard map, if it's hard to high round, I'm not going to say I'm a good high rounder, but a map, because it's easy to high round, I do not think it deserves the love. And it again, reuse asset for a Wonder Weapon. I don't like that. It's a terrible map, bro. Terrible Easter egg. It was such a letdown. BO6 has so much hype. You had Terminus, you had Liberty Falls, and you had Citadel, and then Tomb came out. It felt like a it felt like a redhead stepchild that came out of nowhere. Like, why? Nobody asked for this. What is this? I'm sorry. I doubt any people at Treyarch is watching this, but no, the game would have been fine if Tomb didn't exist. I think BO7 would have had more hype if Tomb did not exist, because then there was no ammunition when Paradox Junction came out for people that hate on it because of Tomb. Sorry, Shatter Veil. I did not like this map. I did not enjoy this map. I think, again, it was reuse asset Wonder Weapons, the upgrade Mark IIs. I'm like, bro, again, the upgrade Mark IIs. We just had that in alpha. Like, I don't know. I didn't like the boss fight. Sick. Don't get me wrong. I love the boss fight. Like, the boss fight cool enough where I put it at B tier because I love dinosaurs. I'm a dinosaur guy. I played a lot of Ark Survival Evolved, but it's just the reuse wonder weapons, and the Easter egg felt bland. I didn't really like the Easter egg. It felt really bland and boring. I would definitely put this as C tier. Like, it's the same level as Tag and 9. I did not enjoy this map. A lot of people love this map, and I don't know why. I don't like it. There's just something about it I don't like. Wonder Wolf is impossible to get, easy to high round. The map was clutterless. Like, it's the same level as Terminus. It just felt empty. The mansion felt empty. Like, Dead of the Night's a much better quantity of stuff lying around than compared to like Shadow Veil. It just felt bland. I really like the Reckoning. Cool Wonder Weapon. Wonder Weapon sucked. It did like no damage though. Easter egg. The Easter egg was terrible. Now I think about it, it's just as bad as Shadow Veil. Cool boss fight. They decide 2 different boss fights, but the Easter egg stuff people were stuck on was the water bucket. Like, I felt like I enjoyed it, but at the same time, now thinking back at it, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I think I did. I might have to put it as C tier. Wonder Weapon was super underwhelming. You don't have to upgrade it for the main quest Easter egg. I feel like I'm messing with Klaus the entire time. And then they did the freaking Ether Blade bullcrap with the Mr. Peaks. That pissed me off. That makes me even hate this map even more. And that's Treyarch's fault. It's not the map's fault, but how to put it as C tier. The freaking Ether Blade, man. Who Ashes? That's an S tier map. You can't tell me different. The Wonder Weapon's underwhelming, but great Easter egg. That's like epitome of what I want for an Easter egg. The truck, amazing idea. A lot of people hate it. I love the truck idea. It's very unique. No other maps like that besides Transit with the bus, but you get to control the truck. Pack-a-Punch is mobile. You can teleport to the truck. Very fun to watch speedruns do this. Boss fight, very, very unique boss fight. I love the idea of the boss fight. It's something different. And Zombies is always built upon something different. People hate on when they redo the same thing and then they try to be different. And then they hate on them for being different. I love Ashes of the Dam. One of my favorite maps. Top tier, S tier map for sure. Vanguard Farm, I don't really have an opinion. It's just a fireable map. Like, you can put it at D tier. It doesn't, I don't know. It's not as good as Town. Town is definitely a better feel because there's a challenge, but it's a good map for like camo grinding. I put it as C. I mean, I haven't played the other survival maps. Like, is it fair for me to rate these to C? Because I haven't played them. I never even stepped foot on Ashwood Survival. Astro Malorum though, Astro Malorum, atmospheres are great. I wish you could buy Saturn. WAW-BO7 in general has amazing skyboxes. Love it. Wonder Weapon, super underwhelming. It's cool design and everything, but super underwhelming. A lot of people complain about Oscar, but I've never done high rounds, so I don't do high rounds. I never really complain about him, but requiring him 4 times is C tier worthy. If they did not require him 4 times and the Wonder Weapon was a little bit stronger, I like the Easter egg idea they were going with, but just because of those factors, it's a C tier map. Like Mars Survival, I'll just put it at freaking C because, like, I mean, I could put it at D, but you know what? Let's just put these at D. I don't know. My biggest thing about the survival maps, I've said this time after time, they need to add special Wonder Weapons for each individual survival maps. Now, I don't mean recreate brand new Wonder Weapons. So I'm super against reused assets, but this is the only time that I think reused assets would make sense. Because if you did the Cosmodrome, Thunder Gun would be amazing because there would be a lot of replayability. People would want to go high rounds and race each other and time each other. If you did Exit 115 with a jet gun, I mean, it would be very easy to go high rounds with a Thunder Gun and jet gun, but it'd be fun. A lot of people would like to goof off and do that. Ashwood would be nice with the Dead of the Night revolver Wonder Weapon. I think if they added that in with the special Wonder Weapon per survival map, and it would bring a lot more replayability for sure for these survival maps. But other than that, they just get pushed to the wayside. Nobody wants to play them unless you're doing camo grinding. Paradise Junction Easter egg was actually fun. I did enjoy this Easter egg a lot more than Astra. The idea of seamless teleportation without having to do a whole teleport scene, it's super cool. Great idea. Like, Wonder Weapon wasn't that great. Same thing with like Astra Malorum. It wasn't that great. I don't know if I would put it at B tier. Better than Alpha, but I think it's worthy in the same level of Easter egg steps. Yeah, I'll put it at B. It's definitely not A or S tier worthy. All right, ignore the maps I have currently down here, the images. These are Infinite Warfare and World War II, which I want to add it here because they're actually really good games that I highly recommend you guys play. But Zombies Spaceland, I would definitely have to say great atmosphere, as level as Shadows of Evil atmosphere for sure. Absolutely love Zombies Spaceland. Has a lot to offer. The arcade, the ticket system, the 4 Wonder Weapons. The only thing that it's lacking is the Easter egg steps. Very boring. Not really a lot there. But I will say the boss fight is very difficult and the Easter eggs is still slightly hard because of the lockdowns. I'm only going to put this in S tier because the atmosphere carries carried it. There's a lot of things that carried it. I wouldn't put, just because the Easter eggs were a little lackluster, put it all the way down to an A tier. In my opinion, this is definitely an S tier map. Ray of the Redwoods, really great map. It's a little too easy. Everything's easy on this map. Boss fight, wonder weapons. You can carry up to 3 wonder weapons at a time, but super easy to build. Easter eggs, super easy to get done. You can literally get done around 1 with director's cut, averagely. I'd probably give it a B tier. Boss fight's cool. It's just not a whole lot going on with this map. I definitely give it a B tier. I don't think it's worth the A tier because it's how easy it is. And the wonder weapons are cool, but I don't think they live up to the standards at the Rise and Drac level. Not a terrible map. It's just too easy. Shaylin Shuffle. Oh, this map was a headache when I first did it. The ninjas, the goose step in the boss fight. It's just the wonder weapons. A lot of people like the wonder weapons. I don't know why, because I think melee weapons are terrible for Infinite Warfare. They zombies get stuck in you so easily. You clip inside of them. I just did a Z-Strike today. I'm gonna give it a C tier, honestly. Like, I don't think it's like, I mean, there's a lot of maps I have here that are like the recent Ascension, but I think I would have a lot more fun on those maps. Ruck's a lot more challenging. I give it a C. I give it a C. Attack, terrible wonder weapon. A lot of people hate this Easter egg. I like this Easter egg. Not the fetching around all the 30 plus parts you gotta pick up, but the chemical step's pretty fun once you learn it, and there's a lot of cheat sheets and solvers you can use to make it really easy. The atmosphere in the boss fight design is really cool, unique. I give it a B. It's just a wonder weapon's pretty garbage, but I like it more than Shaylin Shovel. Not gonna lie. Atmosphere is definitely better. I had more fun playing this map than Shaylin. Weird to say it, but I did. Beast, that's a D tier map, bro. The only saving grace is it takes you Mistopheles after you're done with it. Wonder weapon's cool, it's great, but it's terrible for this Beast from Beyond boss fight. Genuinely, what was that Easter egg? You get it done by round 3 with director's cut. The boss fight's the only like saving grace, but other than that, not a lot going for it, to be honest with you. Not a fun map to play on because there are so many different zombie variants from all the other maps that get added to this map, which makes it not that fun. Like going to high rounds anywhere on this map is terrible. Ignore the thumbnails. Use my shout out to Glitch Opus for making my thumbnails for my maps, bro. Absolutely goated. But now we're on World War II with the Final Reich. Final Reich, good map. I would put it a B tier, not A or S tier. Had 4 different wonder weapon variants, but the wonder weapons, 2 of them were very lackluster. The other 2 were very overpowered and strong. But the Easter egg is so long because of the wonder weapon upgrade quest. There's 2 different Easter eggs you can do. You can do the hardcore version or the easy version. Highly recommend doing the hardcore version because it counts towards the super Easter egg, unlike the easy one. But it's too long of an Easter egg. If they cut it down for the steps of upgrading the wonder weapons, maybe it would be better. But I give it a B tier. It's definitely not C tier. It's a really good map. Darkest Shore gets too much hate in my opinion. I like a challenge when it comes to an Easter egg for sure. A lot of people hate this map. I like Darkest Shore a lot. I like it a lot. It's my favorite Easter egg to do right now. Wonder weapon very lackluster. Mutualer's really annoying. Map has the fog. I give it like a B tier only because I like the Easter egg a lot. It's very that puzzle feel to it. I like the puzzle feel to it. I wouldn't put it at A or S tier because it's still a horrendous small map that doesn't have a lot going on for it. Shadow Throne, C tier. Absolutely most obnoxious Easter egg to do on World War II, and I like Torture Path in this map. Like I cannot stand. You got the Sizzlers, the melee. I cannot stand melee wonder weapons if they're done poorly. Like I don't think they did a good job with the wonder weapon variants on this map. I like the idea and concept they're going for, but I don't think World War II, same thing with Infinite Warfare, works really well with melee weapons. It just doesn't. Citadel is a lot better, but it's just the Morse code steps, the mapping, the radio, like there's a lot of steps that require you to like look there and stare at a piece of paper for a good amount of time to put stuff together. It's just really annoying. It's a very small map, a lot of lackluster. It was trying to do a lot of melees, and I think it executed it not terribly, but not to the level that I wanted. Frozen Dawn, definitely a good, I think it's an S tier map, honestly. Amazing, cool boss fight. You could cheese it, but if you don't cheese it, it's a good challenge. Great wonder weapons. They're all melees, but they do a better job than Shadow Throne. Way better melee job than Shadow Throne. This is definitely an S tier map. Frozen Dawn's a really great map. Map design, super cool. It's a little small. I like the Easter egg. It was fun doing the wonder weapon upgrades. I think I had more fun doing the wonder weapon upgrades than Origins, believe it or not, on this map. This was a fun wonder weapon upgrade. Just the Easter egg. You complete the 4 upgrades, and then you go to the boss fight. Really sick boss fight. I don't mind this map. I love this map a lot. It's an S tier map for sure. sure. Torture Path, the hardest Easter egg to ever do solo. If you ever wanted a challenge for an Easter egg, it is the hardest Easter egg to do solo. If you're unaware, it's 3 small maps. The max round you go to is round 10. And if you fail one of the maps, you got to go back to the first map. So if I beat the first map and I beat the second map, but I fail the third map, I got to go back all the way to the first map, beat it again consecutively to be able to beat the entire Easter egg. Super challenging, hard solo, because every step you do is round specific. If you don't get this step done on this round, you might as well restart because you're going to fail, because it's so like you can only go to round 10. I like the fact that they were trying to push something really challenging, something different, you know, but it wasn't like different on the level of Vanguard style where you absolutely despise it, but it wasn't on the level where it's like, Outbreak's fun or MWZ's fun. I definitely give it like a B tier for the challenge that it has for the experience, and I like what they were trying to do. Instead of doing like survival map, small survival map, because they did have those in World War II. I'm just not going to add them because I had to add these individually. It definitely was a good map for a challenge. And so if it looked weird that I'm in different attires, because I forgot to record Advanced Warfare, so we're going to go over Advanced Warfare real quick. Just keep in mind, I don't really like Advanced Warfare that much. A lot of people do, but I think it's because of nostalgic. The first map, Outbreak, in my opinion, is a pretty fun Easter egg. I actually did enjoy the Easter egg. It's not too tedious, not too short. It's a good middle ground. I just don't like the fact that it is RNG based. You need a specific weapon out of the box in order to complete the Easter egg. So therefore, I would put it in C tier just because I cannot stand anything that's RNG based. There's not much else to this map. There is a second ending to this map that you can get, which is extremely hard to do. So props to you if you have done that. But other than that, there's not really much else going on with this map. Infection, I'm going to have to place in the same level because one, there's RNG based with the Easter egg. The Easter egg is entirely based around building a burger. And there's 2 steps that have each individual step has 30 plus locations to look for a part or / item. So in total, there's 69 locations. You got to be looking around the entire map to complete 2 different steps of the Easter egg. I think people give this map too much love based off of nostalgia because of Burger Town, but adding the fact that there's survivors in this map would shut down the power completely for I think 45 seconds to a minute long, which is really obnoxious. And then you got to turn the power on each individual because there's not one central power for the entire map. Makes it a horrendous map to play. I do not like Infection at all. Carrier was a good Easter egg. I did like Carrier a lot. Can fall off the map, so that's really annoying, but you're not really outside the map as often enough to fall off. The Easter egg was fun. I felt like it was a good puzzle. The Plico board was good. It was fun. It was a little annoying, but it was fun still at the same time. Wonder weapon, pretty fun. I like the wonder weapon. The limbo, you could do different things with it by aiming in, not aiming in, make it sporadic by not aiming in, making it more accurate aiming in. The Easter egg did annoy me because you got to go in higher rounds, and believe it or not, round 30 plus is high round in my opinion when it comes to Advanced Warfare, because there's so many different zombie variants that it makes it very difficult. And every step of the Easter egg that you want to get done, you're gonna have to do it at the end of the round. You're not gonna be able to do anything mid round for Easter egg steps in this game besides the teleport step, which I cannot stand the teleport step because you need 25 teleporting nodes and they eventually disappear and you can only carry one at a time. And so it's super obnoxious to put inside of the system that you have to put it in without getting stuck by zombies or anything. But amazing wonder weapon. I will put it at a B tier. Not a terrible map. It's a better half of Advanced Warfare. Same thing with Descent. Descent, you can fall off the map. There's really cool Easter egg steps in this with the parkour. Never seen that in any other zombie map. I love the parkour idea. Little difficult, not too difficult, just a little. I like the map location. I like the Easter egg steps. I like the wonder weapon. And this is the first map to add a boss fight, believe it or not. It's not part of the main quest Easter egg. You do it eventually when you reach round 20. I would say it has the same problem as Carrier, where you have to save a zombie at the end of the round in order to do any steps to Easter egg, because it's quite impossible to do it mid-round. It had fun challenges within the Easter egg, like infinite explosive grenades, which is really fun. Like that idea. It also introduced black and white mode. If you don't know what that is basically you spawn in, your game's black and white the entire time. The point system is like the modern zombies point system. There's limited HUD, and I think you have zombies have more health. I want to say you have a little bit less health, but I don't think that's true. I think they just have more health. Really cool challenge if you wanted to be more challenge in Advanced Warfare. I definitely put it in a B tier as well. But that is my entire list for Call of Duty zombies in general. If you guys did enjoy the video and you did think the map tier list was on point, don't forget to leave a sub and smash that like button as well, and let people know that this one right here is the correct map tier list for Call of Duty zombies. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.